Let's look at a lesson from TILI Kannada grade 8. The name of this lesson is Parivarthane. It is written by G.S. Basavaraja Shastri. So Parivarthane means transformation. So nobody is born a wicked or a bad person. Their circumstances and situations make them bad. So if such people are given opportunity to correct themselves, they transform into good people. If they are guided by people with a good heart, they understand their mistakes and they want to follow the right path. So this lesson gives two examples where wicked people are transformed. So let us look at the lesson. ಮನಸ್ಸಿಗೆ ಹಿತಕರವಾದ ಆನಂದದಾಯಕವಾದ ಮಾತುಗಳು ಕಿವಿಗೆ ಬಿದ್ದರೆ ಎಂತಹ ದುಷ್ಟನಿದ್ದರೂ ಅವನ ಮನಸ್ಸು ಪರಿವರ್ತನೆಗೊಂಡು ಅವನು ಶಿಷ್ಯನಾಗುತ್ತಾನೆ. ಉದಾಹರಣೆಗೆ ನನ್ನ ತಂದೆಯ ತಂದೆಯಾದ ಗಣೇಕಲ್ ಶಿವಯ್ಯ ತಾತನು ಪಿಟೀಲು ವಾದಕ ಬಯಲಾಟ ನಿರ್ದೇಶಕನಾಗಿ ರಾಯಚೂರು ಜಿಲ್ಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಸಿದ್ಧನಾಗಿದ್ದನು. ಸೊ Hitakaravad means comforting and Anandadayakavada means joyful. Matugalu is words, Kivi is ears. Dushta is somebody who is wicked. Parivartane Gondu will transform and Shishya is follower or disciple. Udaharane means example. Pitilu is violin and Bayalata is a folk art form of like drama. Nirdeshaka is director and Prasiddha is famous. So the lesson starts with this line which says that if we speak words which are very comforting and joyful, this will transform any wicked person to a good person. That is, if you speak to them very comforting, with very comforting and joyful words, then you can transform wicked people into good people. So for example, so the author is giving us an example of how some wicked people were transformed. So udaharanege means for example, nanna tandeya tandeyada, that is the author's grandfather, author's father's father. So it is the author's grandfather whose name is Ganakal Shivaya. He was a violin. He used to play the instrument violin and he was also a director of the drama, the folk art form of drama. And he was very famous in Raichur. ಒಂದು ಸಲ ಆಟ ಮುಗಿಸಿ ಸಂಭಾವನೆ ಪಡೆದು ಊರಿಗೆ ಮರಳುವಾಗ ದಾರಿಯಲ್ಲಿರುವ ಈಚಲ ಬನದಲ್ಲಿ 4 ಜನ ಕಳ್ಳರು ಗಂಟು ಬೀಳುತ್ತಾರೆ. ಆಗ ನನ್ನ ತಾತನು ಹೆದರದೆ ಧೈರ್ಯದಿಂದ ಕಳ್ಳರನ್ನು ಕುರಿತು, ಅಯ್ಯ, ನಿಮಗೆ ಹಣ ಬೇಕು, ಅದು ನನ್ನಲ್ಲಿದೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ನಿಮಗೆ ಕೊಡುತ್ತೇನೆ, ಯಾವ ತಕರಾರೂ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಆದರೆ ನೀವು ನನ್ನ ಆಸೆಯನ್ನು ಪೂರೈಸಬೇಕು. So when his grandfather, he had finished one drama and he had collected his fees and he was returning back to the village when he had to pass through a forest of palm trees. There 4 thieves. So he gets caught between 4 thieves. And the grandfather, he is not afraid and very bravely he talks to the thieves and he tells them, you people want money. I have the money, I will give it to you, no problem. But I have one wish which you have to fulfill. So just let us look at the words now. So Sambhavane means fees, Maraluvaga, to return. Ichala is like palm, it's one kind of a tree, similar to palm tree. Kallaru is thieves, Gantu Biluttare. So he gets caught, the grandfathers got caught with the thieves. Hedarade means not getting afraid, not getting scared. Dhairyadinda, bravely. Hana is money and Takararu is problem. So the grandfather tells the thieves, I have money, I'll give it to you, there is no problem, but I have a wish, please fulfill my wish. ಆಗ ಕಳ್ಳರು ಹೇಳಿ ತಾತ, ಖಂಡಿತವಾಗಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಆಸೆಯನ್ನು ಪೂರೈಸುತ್ತೇವೆ, ಅದೇನು ಹೇಳಿ ಎನ್ನಲು ತಾತ, ಅದೇನು ಕಷ್ಟದಾಯಕವಲ್ಲ, ಕಿವಿಗೆ ಸುಖಕರವಾದುದು, ನೀವು ನಿಶ್ಚಿಂತೆಯಿಂದ ಕುಳಿತು ಅರ್ಧ ತಾಸು ನನ್ನ ಸಂಗೀತವನ್ನು ಕೇಳಬೇಕು. So the thieves agree and they say, okay, tell us what your wish is. We will fulfill your, we will definitely, or we will surely fulfill your wish. So the grandfather says, it's not a big thing. It's very good only. It will be very nice for your ears. So please listen to my singing for half an hour. So that is the wish. The grandfather wants them to listen to his music for half an hour. ಸೊ ಆಗಲಿ ತಾತ, ಖಂಡಿತವಾಗಿಯೂ ಕೇಳುತ್ತೇವೆ, ಅದರಿಂದ ನಾವೇನು ಕಳೆದುಕೊಳ್ಳುವುದು ಇಲ್ಲವಲ್ಲ ಎಂದು ಮರದ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಕುಳಿತುಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಕಳೆದುಕೊಳ್ಳುವುದು, ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಲೂಸ್, ಅಂಡ್ nothing to. So what happens is the thieves, they agree. They say, yeah, we will listen to you because we have nothing to lose. We only have to listen to what you're singing. And they sat down under a tree. ಮುಂದೆ ಹಳ್ಳದ ನೀರು ಜುಳುಜುಳು ಎಂದು ನಿಧಾನಕ್ಕೆ ಹರಿಯುತ್ತಲೇ ಇದೆ. ತಾತನು ಪಿಟೀಲು ಬಾರಿಸುತ್ತಾ ಮಧುರವಾದ ಕಂಠದಿಂದ ಹಾಡತೊಡಗಿದನು. So there was a river which was flowing. Okay, halla is river, nidhana, slowly, hariyutta is flowing, and madhuravada, melodious, kanta is voice. ಹಾಡತೊಡಗಿದನು, started to sing. So now that the thieves agree, so there was a river which was flowing close to them, which was having it was flowing in its own speed, making a nice noise. And the grandfather started to sing in a very melodious voice. ಆ ಕಳ್ಳರು ತಾತನ ಹಾಡಿಗೆ ಮೈಮರೆತು ಕಣ್ಣು ಮುಚ್ಚಿಕೊಂಡು ತಲೆದೂಗುತ್ತಾ ಕುಳಿತುಕೊಂಡರು. ಅರ್ಧ ತಾಸೇನು, ಒಂದು ತಾಸು ಆದರೂ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಎಚ್ಚರವಾಗಲೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. So ಮೈಮರೆತು means spellbound. They were so mesmerized with that song. ತಲೆದೂಗು, they were swaying their head. So the thieves, they were mesmerized with that song. They closed their eyes, they were swaying their head, and they were enjoying that music. And half an hour even became 1 hour. In spite of that, they did not realize. They were so much mesmerized and lost in listening to that song. ಕೊನೆಗೆ ಎಚ್ಚೆತ್ತು ಕಳ್ಳರು ತಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿರುವ ಹಣವನ್ನು ತೆಗೆದು ತಾತನ ಮುಂದೆ ಇಟ್ಟು ತಾತನ ಪಾದಕ್ಕೆ ಎರಗಿ, ತಾತ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹಣವೂ ನಮಗೆ ಬೇಡ, ನೀವು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಆಶೀರ್ವಾದವಷ್ಟೇ ಸಾಕು ಎಂದು ಹೊರಡತೊಡಗಿದರು. So after that song was completed, after more than an hour, when they realized that the singing was over, they got up and they placed the money in front of grandfather and said, we don't want this money, we just want your blessings, that is more than enough. ಆಗ ತಾತನು ಅವರನ್ನು ತಡೆದು, ಅಯ್ಯ ದಯಾಳುಗಳೇ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹಣವೂ ನನಗೆ ಬೇಕಿಲ್ಲ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹಣದ ಜತೆಗೆ ನನ್ನ ಹಣವನ್ನು ಕೊಡುತ್ತೇನೆ, ಅದರಿಂದ ನಾಲ್ವರು ಒಟ್ಟುಗೂಡಿ ವ್ಯಾಪಾರ ಮಾಡುತ್ತಾ ಜೀವನ ನಡೆಸಿ. So the grandfather tells, I too don't want your money, I will give some more money along with that, and I suggest that you four join together and you start a business and you lead your life doing that business. ಇನ್ನು ಮುಂದೆ ಈ ಕೆಟ್ಟ ಕಳ್ಳತನವನ್ನು ಮಾಡಬೇಡಿ, ಸತ್ಯವಂತರಾಗಿ ಬದುಕಿ ಎಂದು ಹೇಳಿ ಅವರು ಕೊಟ್ಟ ಹಣದೊಂದಿಗೆ ತಮ್ಮ ಹಣವನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಆಶೀರ್ವದಿಸಿ ಕಳುಹಿಸುತ್ತಾರೆ. So he tells that do some business and leave this bad job of doing robbery. Be truthful and lead a truthful life. And he blesses them. ಅಂದಿನಿಂದ ಅವರು ವ್ಯಾಪಾರ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಸುಖ ಜೀವನವನ್ನು ನಡೆಸುತ್ತಾರೆ. ಹೀಗೆ ನನ್ನ ತಾತನು ಸಂಗೀತದ ಮೂಲಕ ಕಳ್ಳರ ಮನವನ್ನು ಪರಿವರ್ತನೆಗೊಳಿಸಿ ಅವರನ್ನು ಸನ್ಮಾರ್ಗಕ್ಕೆ ತರುತ್ತಾನೆ. So the thieves agree, and from then they only do a business. They leave all this robbery and all these bad things, and they lead a nice life. So the author is saying, so this is how through music my grandfather transformed the mind of the thieves and got them on the right path. Sanmarga is right path. So a quick summary of this story. So the poet's grandfather, he was a very famous director of drama, and he was also a violinist. And one day when he finishes one of his programs and collects his fees and he's returning back to his village, four thieves catch hold of him, and they just catch hold of him. That time he tells them that I have the reason you have caught me is money. I have the money. I will give you the money. There is no problem. I will give you all the money I have. But I have one condition. You need to fulfill one of my wishes. So the thieves ask him what is his wish, and the grandfather says, it's nothing big. I just want you to listen to my music for half an hour. Listen to my singing for half an hour. So the thieves, they think there's nothing to lose, and they thought, okay, let us listen to him for half an hour. And when grandfather starts singing, it is so melodious. He sings in such a melodious voice that the thieves are mesmerized by that music, and they don't even realize. They are enjoying the music so much, and they don't even realize that half an hour is passed. In spite of 1 hour passing also, they don't realize. And then once the music is over and they are awakened, then they tell the grandfather, they keep the money on near his feet, and they tell him that we don't want this money, you only take it. Then grandfather tells them that I'll give you some more money along with this, but all of so that four of you together can start a business, and you please stop doing this robbery and lead a truthful and a life which is very truthful. So then the thieves agree, and since then they don't do any robbery and they lead a very happy life. So the author is saying, see, this is how through music, my grandfather changed the minds of the thieves. So this is one story. Now let's look at the next story. ಹೀಗೆ ಅದೇ ರಾಯಚೂರು ಜಿಲ್ಲೆಗೆ ಸೇರಿದ ರಾಯಚೂರಿನವರೇ ಆದ ಪಂಡಿತ ತಾರಾನಾಥರು ಬಡವರ ಬಂಧುಗಳು. ಬಡವರ ಉದ್ಧಾರಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಹಗಲು ರಾತ್ರಿ ದುಡಿದವರು. ಬಡವರ ಉದ್ಧಾರವಾಗಬೇಕೆಂದರೆ ಮೊದಲು ಅವರ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ವಿದ್ಯಾವಂತರಾಗಬೇಕು. ಆ ಮೂಲಕ ನೌಕರಿ ಸೇರಿ ಸುಖ ಜೀವನ ನಡೆಸುವಂತಾಗಬೇಕು. So now let's look at the words. Badavara bandhu means friend for the poor. Uddhara is improvement. Vidyavanta is educated or to become literate. Naukari is job. Nadesuvante lead. So this is one more example from this person also belongs to Raichur only, and his name is Taranath, and he used to be a friend for the poor, and he always worked for the improvement of the poor people. He used to work day and night for their improvement, and he realized that if the poor people, their conditions have to improve, then the best way is their children have to be educated, they have to be literate, then only they will be able to get a job and lead a happy life. ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ತಾರಾನಾಥರು ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗಾಗಿ ಆಶ್ರಮ ಕಟ್ಟಿ ಜಾತಿ ಭೇದವಿಲ್ಲದೆ ಬಡ ಮಕ್ಕಳನ್ನು ಸೇರಿಕೊಂಡು ಸಾಗತೊಡಗಿದರು. ಆ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಓದತೊಡಗಿದರು. So for this reason he built an ashram, and then he without any differentiation of caste, he took in all the poor people, all the children of the poor people, and made them and started to educate them, and they also started to study and become educated. ತಾರಾನಾಥರು ಮಹಾಜ್ಞಾನಿಗಳು, ದಯಾಳುಗಳು, ಧೈರ್ಯವಂತರು, ಪರೋಪಕಾರಿಗಳು, ಪರರ ಹಿತೈಷಿಗಳು, ಆತ್ಮವಿಶ್ವಾಸಿಗಳೂ ಆಗಿದ್ದರು. ಅವರಿಗೆ ಅಸಾಧ್ಯವಾದ ಕೆಲಸವೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅದು ಎಂತಹದೇ ಇರಲಿ ಸಾಧಿಸುವ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಅವರಲ್ಲಿ ಇತ್ತು. ಒಟ್ಟಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಬೇಕಾಗಿದ್ದರು. ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಶದವರಿಗೂ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅಲ್ಲ, ವಿದೇಶಿಯರಿಗೂ ಬೇಕಾಗಿದ್ದರು. So this is explaining the character of Taranath. So ಮಹಾಜ್ಞಾನಿಗಳು visionary, ದಯಾಳುಗಳು compassionate, then ಧೈರ್ಯವಂತರು is courageous, ಪರೋಪಕಾರಿ generous or benevolent, and hitaishi is well-wisher. ಆತ್ಮವಿಶ್ವಾಸಿ, he was a very confident person. ಅವರಿಗೆ ಅಸಾಧ್ಯವಾದ ಕೆಲಸವೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. There was nothing impossible for him. ಅವರು ಅದು ಎಂತಹದೇ ಇರಲಿ ಸಾಧಿಸುವ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಅವರಲ್ಲಿ ಇತ್ತು. Whatever kind of job he was ready to achieve, he had the strength to achieve it. Then ಒಟ್ಟಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಬೇಕಾಗಿದ್ದರು. ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಶದವರಿಗೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅಲ್ಲ, ವಿದೇಶಿಯರಿಗೂ ಬೇಕಾಗಿದ್ದರು. ಸೊ ಎವ್ರಿಬಡಿ wanted to be with him, everybody wanted to be associated with him, not just the people from within our country, but even the foreigners, people from other countries as well. So this paragraph is just explaining about the character of Taranath. He was a visionary, he was a compassionate, courageous, benevolent, and a well-wisher. Then he was also very confident, and there was nothing impossible for him. He was ready to achieve anything. He had the strength to achieve anything. So everybody wanted to be associated with him, not just Indians, but also people from other countries. ಸೊ ಒಂದು ಸಲ ವಿದೇಶಿಯರು ಅವರಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಉತ್ತಮವಾದ ವಾಚ್ ಅನ್ನು ಬಹುಮಾನವಾಗಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದರು. ಅದನ್ನು ಅವರು ಕಟ್ಟುತ್ತಲೇ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಕೋಣೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇಡುತ್ತಿದ್ದರು. ಅದನ್ನು ಒಬ್ಬ ಬಾಲಕನು ಕದ್ದು ಅದೇ ರಾಯಚೂರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಒಬ್ಬ ವ್ಯಾಪಾರಿಗೆ ಮಾರಿದನು. ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ತಾರಾನಾಥರು ವ್ಯಸನ ಪಡಲೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಆದರೆ ಅವರ ಸಹೋದರನಿಗೆ ಇದು ಸರಿ ಬರಲಿಲ್ಲ. So ಒಂದು uttama is best, bahumana is prize or gift, kone means room, kaddu means to steal or stole, vyasana is disappoint, sahodara is brother, and prayatna is try. So one time what happened, he had received a gift. He had received a watch, one of the best watches he had received as a gift, but he never used to wear it, and he would always keep it in his room. So there was a boy who lived in his ashram who saw this, and he stole that watch. He went and sold it to a businessman in Raichur. But Taranath did not feel disappointed or worried about the watch. But his brother came to know about this, and he tried to find out who the thief was. ಕದ್ದವನು ಅದೇ ಆಶ್ರಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವ ಒಬ್ಬ ಬಾಲಕನು. ಅವನು ಕದ್ದು ಒಬ್ಬ ವ್ಯಾಪಾರಿಗೆ ಮಾರಿದ್ದನು. ಸಹೋದರನು ಸುಮ್ಮನಿರದೆ ಪೊಲೀಸರಿಗೆ ದೂರು ನೀಡಿ ಸಾಬೀತುಪಡಿಸಿದನು. ಪೊಲೀಸರು ಬಾಲಕನನ್ನು ಅರೆಸ್ಟು ಮಾಡಲು ಆಶ್ರಮಕ್ಕೆ ಬರುತ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದನ್ನು ಕೇಳಿ ತಾರಾನಾಥರಿಗೆ ಬಾಲಕನ ಮೇಲೆ ಕರುಣೆಯು ಉಕ್ಕಿ ಬರುತ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ದೂರು ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೇಂಟ್ and sabitu means to prove. So his brother finds out about this, and he tries and finds out who the thief is. Once he finds the thief, he comes to know it is a boy living in their ashram only, and he also comes to know that he has already sold it to somebody. So he goes and complains to the police, and he proves that this boy has stolen the watch. So the police come to the ashram and they want to arrest him. And this Taranath hears this, and he feels very pity about that boy. ಅವನನ್ನು ಪೊಲೀಸರು ವಶಕ್ಕೆ ಕೊಡಬಾರದೆಂದು ನಿರ್ಧರಿಸಿ ಪೊಲೀಸರು ಬರುವುದನ್ನೇ ಕಾಯುತ್ತಾ ಕುಳಿತರು. ಅವರು ಬಂದು ವಿಚಾರಿಸಿದ ನಂತರ ಆ ಬಾಲಕನನ್ನು ಕರೆದು, ಇವನು ಕಳ್ಳನಲ್ಲ, ತಪ್ಪು ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ, ಆದ್ದರಿಂದ ಇವನನ್ನು ಬಂಧಿಸುವ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. So now Taranath is feeling pity about that boy, and he waits for the police to come. And when the police come to inquire, he calls the boy and he tells the police that he is not a thief and he has not done any mistake. So it is not required to arrest him and put him in jail. It is not necessary to do all that. Then ಏಕೆಂದರೆ ವಾಚ್ ಅನ್ನು ರಿಪೇರಿ ಮಾಡಿಸಲು ನಾನೇ ಅವನ ಕೈ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಕಳಿಸಿದೆ. So he's saying, I only gave it. The watch is gone bad, so I only asked him to go and get the watch repaired. ನನ್ನ ಸಹೋದರನು ಮತ್ತು ಆ ವ್ಯಾಪಾರಿ ಇಬ್ಬರು ಸುಳ್ಳರೇ, ಅವರ ಮಾತನ್ನು ನಂಬಬೇಡಿ. Don't believe what my brother and that businessman to whom he sold, don't believe these two people, because they are not telling you the truth. Okay, so then ಎಂದು ಹೇಳಿ ಆ ಬಾಲಕನು ಶಿಕ್ಷೆ ಅನುಭವಿಸುವುದನ್ನು ತಪ್ಪಿಸುತ್ತಾರೆ. So he makes that boy not to get any punishment. ಇದರಿಂದ ಆ ಬಾಲಕನಿಗೆ ಅರಿವು ಉಂಟಾಗಿ ಪಶ್ಚಾತ್ತಾಪವಾಗುತ್ತದೆ. ಅರಿವು means realization, and ಪಶ್ಚಾತ್ತಾಪ is repent. So after this happens, the boy realizes his mistake and he repents for what he has done. ಅವನು ಪಂಡಿತ ತಾರಾನಾಥರ ಪಾದಕ್ಕೆ ಬಿದ್ದು ಗೊಳೋ ಎಂದು ಅಳುತ್ತಾನೆ. ಗುರುಗಳೇ, ನನಗೆ ಶಿಕ್ಷೆ ಕೊಡಿಸಬೇಕಿತ್ತು ಎನ್ನಲು ತಾರಾನಾಥರು, ಮಗು ತಪ್ಪು ಮಾಡುವುದು ಸಹಜ, ಈಗ ನಿನಗೆ ಅದರ ಅರಿವಾಯಿತಲ್ಲ, ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಸಾಕು. So now the boy, he has realized and he repents and he falls on the feet of Taranath and he starts to cry. And he asks him, why did you not let me get any punishment? Then Taranath says that making a mistake is common. Everybody makes a mistake. But understanding and realizing that you have made a mistake, that is the best thing. That is enough for me. ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಓದಿ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಬದುಕು, ಅದೇ ನಿನಗೆ ಸಂತಸ ತರುತ್ತದೆ. ಈಗೋ ಈ ವಾಚನ್ನು ನಿನ್ನ ಬಳಿಯೇ ಇಟ್ಟುಕೋ. So now he tells you, please study well and do well and keep this watch with you. ದೆನ್ ಮುಂದೆ ಅವನು ವಿದ್ಯಾವಂತನಾಗಿ ನೌಕರಿ ಹಿಡಿದು ಉತ್ತಮ ಜೀವನ ನಡೆಸುತ್ತಾನೆ. ಸೊ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಹಿ ಬಿಕಮ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ ಅಡಲ್ಟ್, ಹಿ ಸ್ಟಡೀಸ್ ವೆಲ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಹಿ ಗೆಟ್ಸ್ ಅ ಗುಡ್ ಜಾಬ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಈಸ್ ಸೆಟಲ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ಲೈಫ್. ಆದರೆ ಆ ವಾಚ್ ಅನ್ನು ದೇವರ ಮುಂದೆ ಇಟ್ಟು ದಿನವೂ ಪೂಜಿಸುತ್ತಾನೆ. ಅಂಡ್ ಹಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಟು ಕೀಪ್ ದ ವಾಚ್ ನಿಯರ್ ಗಾಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಹಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಟು ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ವರ್ಷಿಪ್ ದ ವಾಚ್. ನಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ತಾರಾನಾಥರ ಗುಣಗಳನ್ನೇ ಅಳವಡಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳಬೇಕೆಂಬುದು ಈ ಶಾಸ್ತ್ರೀಯ ಮಹದಾಸೆ. So the author is finally saying that it will be so nice if we all follow the same approach of Taranath and we all adopt that approach, and it will be so good. We can change or transform so many lives.